Hello Libra, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week of October 17th, 2016. And quick reminder for you guys, remember the astrology of the weekly forecasts are a little bit different because they focus more on, I guess you could say, pertinent energy of the week itself, so more like daily trends, weekly trends, things like that. If you are interested in long-term, big seasonal changes, monthly changes, well, that's what the monthly astrology is for, which is actually, we've just got the November monthly astrology up right now, well, actually yesterday, so if you want to check that out after this, you sure can. And of course, if you want to get a session with me, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, where you can schedule an appointment with me or order a downloadable video file, and we can look at your personal stuff instead of just do general things. So what is going on this week? Well, astrologically, we've got very beginning on the week, at the end of the 16th, beginning of the 17th, we have a full moon in Aries in your 7th house of committed partnerships, and it's conjunct Uranus, currently retrograde in your 7th house of partnerships. And when Uranus is retrograde, we gotta remember the lesson of Uranus retrograde. Uranus itself is naturally the planet of spontaneity, of randomness, of happy coincidences, or maybe not so happy coincidences, but all of a sudden it's all about upheaval and wake-up calls. When Uranus goes retrograde, usually from August through about December every year, we're kind of learning a lesson about not leaving it up to the external and the astrology or spirit or others to kind of make things happen, because it really diminishes the amount of those extra wake-up calls and big left turns, that it's doling out, that it normally doles out, the first 3 quarters of the year. So, when the full moon hits it like this, you and a partner, or you in one of your closest one-on-one relationships, remember, could be BFF, could be your spouse or your romantic partner, are actually having a chance to go back, relive, or maybe even take a chance, on something that would break your routine, something spontaneous, something unfamiliar that both of you probably do need to kind of have to bond together. It's a chance to kind of go back and, was there an opportunity or a chance that we missed out on that we maybe, procrastinated or put off, or maybe we regret turning it down. This full moon is going to create a lot of second chances this week, which is always rare, but especially more rare when you have Uranus retrograde involved. So the early portion of this week may feel a bit like deja vu, but it's important to consider why. On Thursday, the 19th, we have Mars conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, your 4th house of home and family. And we have some extreme, okay, just to put it lightly, because when Mars is an extreme and Pluto is an extreme, and this could be an extremely volatile time to be bringing up any kind of sensitive topics or sensitive information around family members. There may even be some explosive news coming from a family member or in a family or household situation that needs to be addressed and dealt with, but it needs to be addressed and dealt with gingerly during this time, because Mars and Pluto coming together can indicate overkill, and that usually can indicate a win or a success, but at what cost? Sometimes we can win the wrong way, and this might not even be a win-lose situation. So what is going on with your cards with the energy of this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Dreamer, which is actually a really, really nice card. The Dreamer card usually talks a lot, again, kind of about like that Uranus and full moon energy is talking about taking a test drive on an opportunity, or maybe even a new lifestyle, or a new work ethic, or even taking a taking a test drive with an ambition of yours. This week is going to be giving you a lot of teasers, almost like a demo of what you're going to be basically doing. If you have some kind of big school ambition, or some big career ambition, or maybe a change you'd like to bring to your romantic life, we actually get to take it for a test drive this week. And so you want to pay close attention with this card, because the test drive is going to tell you more truths about how things would come to be if we indeed let things go as they are. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and your finances, we do have the Ace of Wands inverted. And this card can talk a lot about energy loss, not financial loss. On the contrary, this can talk about extreme financial gains, so it could be a very profitable week for a lot of you Libra people. But at the same time, with the Ace of Wands inverted, sometimes we have a tendency to burn out. Maybe it's just getting too busy. Things are too hot to handle. And sometimes with the Ace of Wands inverted, we're also noticing our schedule, our normal routine just doesn't really exist. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of organization, at the office, or even with our regular routine. And the Ace of Wands inverted is also saying a lot of this might start to make you feel a bit burnt out because, well, something isn't as creatively stimulating about this work or the people we're working with as it used to be. The financial rewards are there. Nay, the financial opportunities or financial gains are extremely high this week. But now we're trying to actually fill a different kind of bank account with our job, and that's something a little bit more substantial than simply material goods. So this week I would say that maybe it's wise to consider taking more of like a meditative mental health day. You certainly can't afford it if it's bringing in as much money as it looks like. But also at the same time paying more attention to what you can actually do to, I guess you could say, meet the challenge of this new twist that's coming in your workload. For your communications with air, when it comes to messages you get from friends, from relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the King of Swords inverted. And this could be coming up with that clash that we saw with the astrology, or this could be, something completely different on the side in addition to. But with the King of Swords inverted, we've got an air sign friend or relative, so a fellow Libra like yourself, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, who may be reaching out to you in a state. And usually with the King of Swords inverted, it usually has to do with some shocking information where they may have been in denial or keeping too many secrets, and usually with the King of Swords inverted, it shows up when somebody is ready to make some kind of confession that they've been living some kind of lie. I definitely don't think this is you, because it is in the others area, talking about messages you get from other people. But it may come as a bit of a twist to find out what this person's really been feeling, or how this person's really been living, even though appearances may indicate otherwise. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Four of Cups upright. Again, spare time, downtime. This might actually be a challenge to find. And also with the Four of Cups, we've got to be dealing with where we are, again, becoming a bit bored. No problems, no troubles, but at the same time not feeling a certain level of inspiration, not actually feeling high energy enough. Everything has become a bit routine this week. And with the Four of Cups, it can also indicate where, again, we might, need to enjoy a little bit more of the downtime simply for the sake of, of being able to see what else is being offered. Unfortunately, we live in a world where, we celebrate busy, and we celebrate busy to the point where if a person does have downtime, they might be considered a failure. Now, usually you Libras are pretty balanced about work and, work-life pleasure balance, but this week it kind of feels like maybe one of the things that we're not doing enough of is nothing. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, you have the Queen of Cups upright, which is actually a really nice card for the love life, because this is a card that talks all about being able to actually connect to your partner or to your crush on a much more personal level. Usually with the Queen of Cups, we actually have bonding over, I guess you could say, the sharing of internal processes. If you have been waiting to kind of learn your crush's life story, or the two of you are definitely going to be sharing, of some bonding moments by being a little extra vulnerable with each other, the Queen of Cups is the card that would signify a reward for that, taking down, some of the defenses. Now, it doesn't mean we want to overwhelm each other. Sometimes opening, the heart up can release a floodgate, so make sure it's just a trickle. But at the same time, enjoy the fact that people are willing to actually share their heart, maybe share their past as well. for you coupled Libras, you know, one of the nice things about the Queen of Cups is basically saying here, you're going to notice that your partner is going to be a lot more indulgent of you this week. You know, you may actually find that certain things that you might be maybe feeling self-conscious about requesting for yourself, perhaps a tad selfishly, your partner agrees you deserve, and will actually go out of their way to, you know, accommodate that. So if it does mean more time, more space, or more of such and such activity, be prepared, your partner is definitely willing, again, to indulge you. So that is your forecast, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.